today I'm gonna get this pot ready, air it out, get all the roots out, amend it, and you stay to the end, you get to see what I put in the pot, how I set my pots and my beds up. Stick around.
So, editing Ricky here. Once I started digging into this pot, I realized how much root system that the plant had filled up the entire pot. This is a 45-gallon planter. And I had a lemon habanero, I'll show you right here, that sat in there for 3 years. So getting these roots out of here, it wasn't going to be an easy task. My first thought was to grab the shovel and just sift the pot like I normally do. But my success was going to cost me some work, because when I say success, I mean the roots actually did what you wanted them to do. They filled up the entire pot. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure there's a tap root going down into the ground that I'm not going to even try to deal with. I'm just going to take this pitchfork and keep prying at these roots and pulling them out by hand until I can get down deep enough. I'm not going to worry about the very bottom of the pot. Got to leave some organic matter. I believe they'll break down. So that's the plan, y'all. That's always the plan. I will keep prying at this, poking at this, and popping them up and digging them out of there until I get at least this top half of this pot cleared out. And then I'll come back with my amendments and you guys will see what I do then. I am determined to get this set up. This is going to be where I think they're Roselle tomatoes. Rosella. I always wonder if people have the same vision as I have when they're out their gardens. I see something in my mind, and then it's like, okay, I see the picture of the Rosella tomatoes, and I'm picturing this bed having maybe 2 to 4 plants in it, and reaching maybe 5 to 6 feet high, and just being full of tomatoes. At least that's the plan. I gotta get this bed popped loose. This is full of little roots. That's the problem. That ball you see down there on the brown part on top is all roots. And they're just like a bunch of little ones, man. If it was one big root, I could get in there and cut it and just be done, pull it out. But these little ones, it's a web. The whole container is webbed. And there's no flipping it. It's not like I can flip this. It's a 45-gallon planter. It's full. There's no flipping that. And I'm not worried about flipping it. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to try to shake these loose and get as much as I can out of there. And it's going to take a while. But I'm going to keep working at it. And this is my one project. I ain't doing nothing else. Broke. You better tell them. I'm coming out here to do this one thing. Stretching these projects out. This hurricane has knocked me back quite some ways. So I'm just going to keep trudging along here. One pot at a time. And transplant move on. So, peppers, yeah, I may have to change my name, y'all, because I lost almost everything pepper-wise. These pots are all empty now, but they got some really, really good stuff in there, you know. They were growing great till the storm came and washed them out and snapped them all off. So I'm not getting rid of the soil. I just need to get these roots out of here and then reset them. And we're gonna go tomatoes. Not gonna worry about the peppers. I'll figure that out later. But tomato season's coming. I need to get ready. I don't want to be late. I don't want to miss it. And then the heat comes, and then I get nothing. So I'm learning about these seasons. I just got to be on time. And getting this done right now is going to put me on time. I got my seeds in. I need to get my starts going and have these pots set up and ready to go by the time it's time to transplant. I got to feed the soil and make sure it's ready. And that's that, y'all. That's the plan. That is the plan. So y'all stick with me. And we're going to get through this slowly but surely. Because I'm not going to quit. All right, y'all. Hang tough. So right about here is where I'm pretty satisfied. I know I'm down halfway. I got it pretty cleared out. It's emptied out all the way down to, I'll say, 6 inches from the bottom. As you can see, that's a pretty substantial root ball. So I'm gonna hit this with some of that good old fertilizer, Dr. Earth. And then I'm coming with some alfalfa pellets because I took out, as you can see, that root ball, a lot of organic material. So gotta put some back. So I'm gonna hit it with these alfalfa pellets. And then I'm gonna work this in, get this all mixed in down in there. And then we'll smooth this out a little bit. And then we'll come back over top here with some mushroom compost because I am all out of my compost. Filled up all these beds, so my compost won't be ready till next year, y'all. So mushroom compost is what I use from the big blue box. So I had a half bag of that, and then I'm gonna put another bag on top of that. Yeah, that's what's up. And that's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna fill this back up with this, and we're gonna work this in, get it incorporated down in there, all this goodness, and then we'll move on to the next step. So this is my dank tank, aka FPJ, fermented plant juice, aka super juice. So I'm gonna give this a quick stir, get all that goody goodness at the bottom, get it all mixed in here real good. And mine has been sitting now for months. I haven't added anything to it, haven't touched it. It doesn't have any smell. It is good to go. So what I do is I drench my beds with soil before I plant, like weeks before. And I'm gonna do the same thing to this pot. So I'm gonna get somewhere in the neighborhood of a half gallon of juice out of here. And I'm gonna put that in my 5-gallon bucket. And then I'm gonna fill that up with water. So that'll be a 5-to-1 ratio, close to it, something like that. It's supposed to be more than that, but since I don't have any plants in there, I'm not worried about it right now. And that is it right there. Get some of that gunk right there. You need to get all of that. Don't waste none of that. So we got that. There we go. Yeah, get all that. And we gonna go over here and fill this up now with some water. And we're rolling. Yep, you should have a water filter on your spigot somewhere along the line, on the hose or something, to get that chlorine. And because the chlorine will kill your beneficial bacteria and microbes in your soil, and that's not what you want. And they don't cost that much. You're talking 20-some bucks, takes care of you for a year. So I advise everyone to get one, put some kind of filtration on your water, and your garden will thank you for it.